What is up, my YouTube people? Today is Friday, October 7th, and yesterday was Thursday, October 6th. I didn't make a video on purpose because I wanted to get today's lab in before I made the video. And yesterday was pretty good. Pretty good day yesterday. I had physics, had lecture from 5 to about 7. We got out pretty early. And I had the lab at 9 to about 10. And the lecture yesterday it was alright. We talked about the periodic table and elements and stuff like that. I'm not sure why they included that in the curriculum, but for whatever reason it did get covered. And we covered like the atoms and like the protons, neutrons, and electrons. All that awesomeness, I guess. I didn't really find it too interesting. But, I mean, we did go over it, and it didn't take that long. It was like 45 minutes for the first half. We took a break and came back, and we talked about fluid mechanics. We talked about how water works, and the formulas for that and everything. So that was pretty neat. And let's see. So I got out of there at 7, came home, grabbed some food, and then headed back over for lab. Lab wasn't too bad. I'm actually getting pretty confident in lab. Oh, alright, I'll get back to that. So lab was pretty cool. We had to go to a website, but it wasn't the same one. It wasn't that simulation website. We had to go to they gave us the packet, and we had to go to the website that the packet said. And the packet had, well, what a surprise, problems having to do with water. And it wasn't that hard at all, I didn't think, and it surprises me how well I'm picking up on this stuff. I thought I would totally suck at physics, but I'm not so far, so feeling pretty good, because, you know, I'm helping a lot of my friends out in the class. Like, I'm always the one finishing last, because I'm helping everyone else out. You know, I mean, that's a bit of an exaggeration, but I am helping my friends out a bit, and then they're helping me back with the things that I don't understand, and it's going pretty good. We took the test in physics on Tuesday in lecture, and of course, my lecture instructor professor person, she decided, of course, not to give out the test results until the end of the lecture, of course. So she handed back our papers before we left. And I got a 92 on my very first physics test, so I'm pretty happy with that. I only missed 2 questions, which isn't bad at all. You know, it went pretty well, I think, and hopefully I can do even better on this next one. And I asked her at the end, you know, well, is this class a cumulative class? And she said that the first test wasn't, obviously. The second test isn't, but the final exam on week number 4 is going to have stuff from the whole month. So, unlike CMA, physics is a cumulative class. So, the stuff stacks on and stacks on, and you have to remember the stuff from week 1 in week 4. So, that's how physics works, is that you do have to remember everything, at least the concepts. The thing with the physics class here at Full Sail is, like, they give you all the formulas and stuff. You don't have to memorize much. It's just that you got to know how to use the stuff, and you have to know what numbers represent, you know, what things. And I had 2 epiphanies in lab last night, just about how the labels on the numbers work, and just about the concepts in general. So that was pretty awesome, if I do say so myself. 2 epiphanies within an hour. I mean, that's pretty cool. But anyway, so physics was alright. I'm looking forward to the test on Tuesday, because we have one every week in weeks 2, 3, and 4. Obviously, you're not going to have one in week 1. So that was what's up with physics. It was pretty good. Today, I had lab for music theory, and the reason I have lab on Fridays, and then in this case tomorrow and Saturday as well, is because the labs are only 2 hours long. They're not very long at all. And today's lab, of course, I finished all the work well before, you know, what, 4:45 is the time. So I'm always able to leave at 4:30, or have been so far. The work today, I could tell, was getting increasingly more difficult. It took me about as much time as Wednesday did, but I had to think a lot harder as far as getting this stuff, because now we're getting into the minor scales and the triads. The four types of triads, you have your augmented, major, minor, and diminished. Those are easy now. Those are like second nature now. But we're getting into the minor scales, and right now we're only dealing with two kinds: your parallel minor and your relative minor. And to find the parallel minor, like if you have C major, you have to lower the third, sixth, and seventh. So you would have an E flat, an A flat, and a B flat in the C major scale. I mean, it would be C minor. So, and then to get to a relative minor, you just go down 3 half steps, which isn't too hard to count that, and then you just use the same letters that are in the major scale. So like an A minor scale is the same as C major, except it focuses around A. So, trying to think on the fly with those is getting pretty hard, but everything else is getting to be second nature. And that's the thing I like about Full Sail, is with the classes, you do such intense work for 4 weeks. Yeah, the class is only 4 weeks, and you think, well, how much can you possibly learn in 4 weeks? It's amazing what you can learn in 4 weeks. Like, a lot of people think it's like, whoa, it's amazing how much that guy did in a year, or you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people think you can do a lot in a year. No, I mean, if you go to this school, you'll find out how amazing it is of what you can do in a month. I mean, it's insane. Like, with some of these assignments, you're like, you're just like, man, that's not going to happen in a month. And then 4 weeks later, you're like, whoa, dude, that happened, you know what I mean? So, yeah, the way Full Sail does it works better than just about anything. I mean, I've learned more the past, couple months than I have in like 13 years of school. I mean, it's flying by, and I'm getting this stuff, and you do it so intensely that it just ingrains itself in your brain. You know, you're not going to forget it. So I think it works really well. But music theory today was pretty good. I got an email today again from the Orlando Hip Hop Festival people, and I'm really trying to volunteer. I'm really trying to do work, and I got an email from them saying, let me get your t-shirt size. And yesterday I got an email from the lady again. She said, Andrew, if you're still interested in volunteering, let me know your t-shirt size, let me know any industry experience you have, and let me know what degree program you're in at Full Sail. So I mailed her back, and I said, I'm this size t-shirt, I'm in the recording arts program, and, I've done this and this in the industry, which actually, I haven't had the opportunity to work just yet. So I said, I've been to several of the professional seminars on campus, and I've been involved and everything like that. And she sent me, how did it work? So I emailed her about that, and then I said, but the only conflict I have is that October the 22nd, which is when the Hip Hop Festival is going on, I have a final exam for my music theory class, and I told her, it's scheduled from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And, I'm just letting you know, like, that's a conflict, you know what I mean? I would have to leave a little bit early. I'd have to leave like 6:30. And I told her that if that wasn't going to work for them, I can see what I can do about trying to take my exam earlier in the day, or perhaps even the day before. So, and she said, well, let me know what your professors say about that, because we would love to have your services all day, because you're in the recording arts program. We really would love to work with you. So I'm really trying to get on this, because it seems like a really awesome thing to be a part of. And also, on the side of it, it's going to give me some GPS points probably. So I emailed I talked to the lab techs today after I got done with all my work, and they said to talk to my lecture instructor, Mr. Hayes. So I shot Mr. Hayes an email. I still need to email the nice lady at the Hip Hop Festival back and let her know that I basically what happened, that I had to email my actual lecture instructor, because there's lab and lecture, and it's just so complicated. And I feel bad that, like, it's being such a complicated thing. But I'm really hoping that I can get in as a volunteer down there. So I am going to keep the updates on that coming too. So that was a bit of a run around the past 2 days, kind of. So I hope that gets to go somewhere good. I'm also trying to get involved with the Full Sail, the haunted house thing that they have at the live venue. I'd like to be a part of that as well. So I'm really trying to do this, getting involved with the school thing and with just other things. And I don't know, school's going pretty good. Tomorrow I have my midterm for music theory. I've got my note cards ready to go, which, like I said, I haven't really been using them because I've got that thing on the iPad called Tenuto, or you can just check out musictheory.net, which is what I've been doing as well. I've been having trouble with the external hard drive. This thing is, it's being annoying lately. I'll plug it in, and I'll have the power in, I'll have the USB in, and then I can hear it, the little thing, the hard drive disk starts spinning, but the green light on the front doesn't show up. I don't know if you can see the little circle. There's a green light there, and it doesn't show up as an icon on the computer. So I'm probably going to have to get the hard drive, a new hard drive. Luckily, my stepmom works at a Best Buy, and so I'm going to see if I can have her pick me up a terabyte hard drive. This is only a 500 gig, so I'm gonna try to pick up a terabyte external. That way I'll have plenty of space for the videos, because these videos take up hella space on the hard drive. Especially this thing. This thing's about half full, and about half of that is the videos, especially the HD videos. And I believe this video is video number 50. 50 more videos, and the 100th video is going to be awesome. I'm also going to give a shout out to 99 Boardwalk today, a guy from Peru, leaving some comments on the video. Boardwalk, glad you're digging the videos. I hope they could help. I'm glad you enjoy them, and definitely keep the feedback coming for anyone who's watching. And there's some ideas that I'm playing around with. I know, like some people who watch, I haven't gotten back to you about certain things, but I'm trying to figure out how I would make it work. Like the Skype thing. I don't have Skype. I should probably get it. I know there's Skype for the iPad, so I'm going to see what I can do about getting people into the videos and getting people who are watching involved, you know? Like, I mean, that's the big thing about being here at Full Sail, is you got to be involved in things. So, you know, I'm going to try to get people involved in Full Sail before they even start, make sure they have a really good base to go off of. Which, don't forget, this is like a side thing of mine. Like, school comes first. Like, you know, life comes first, and I love doing the videos. But if, like, I have a test or whatever, I'm trying to study, you gotta understand, you know what I mean? So, that's what's up with that. Anyway, hope you could dig today's video. I'm about to go grocery shopping. I'm gonna be loading up on the grapes. I'm gonna be doing, like, a week of, like, 80% grapes, just because I don't know, I feel like I need to flush a lot of stuff out right now. So if you're trying to get rid of junk in your, you know, your tummy and your stomach, whatever, basically just load on the grapes, man. That stuff will flush you out. And the apples, you need the fiber from the apples. But enough about the foods. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I enjoyed making it. And I will see you on Monday with the next video. We'll be talking about how the midterm went for music theory, and we'll be talking about also what my final exam is going to be looking like, as well as the class we have that day. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and cut the video, and until next time.